need so much evidence. You just need to see a cloud the size of a hand in the sky. The moment you see that, you stop praying. You run. If you don't know the meaning of that sound, if you never heard that voice, you will see that hand in the sky and lose faith because it is too small. You'll see that hand in the sky and give up because it doesn't look big enough to feed the whole of Israel with rain. But that's not how some of us see things. All we needed was a cloud. And for us, maybe that cloud was one camera. That cloud was 2 members in the church. That cloud was brake fluid oil even before the car came. For us, that I don't know who I'm talking to. Shake somebody. I don't know who is hearing this sound. They don't need a dream of 2 hours. They just need a dream of 2 seconds, and Jesus appears and disappears. They wake up and eat food knowing very well the fact that he appeared in my dream. The Bible says that when the Lord appears, you shall appear with him. In other words, I have gotten a representation of something in the spirit, because when at his appearance, there also will I appear. They don't need so much. Those kinds of people don't need so much. They don't need so much. I'm telling you, they don't need so much. They just need to rent a building, even if it sits 5 people. The fact that the landlord can rent it to them, they can start a revival. They don't need a stadium. No, the sound is enough. That little building of 5 members is just the arm in the God does not despise humble beginnings. The fact that you stepped your foot in that university, it's the proof that there is no way you can fail to get rent. The fact that they proposed to you and you walked on that altar is the fact that your marriage has a preservation and power that is beyond you. The fact that he called you by name, the fact that you are ordained and anointed, the fact that you prayed for a person who had flu left. For some of us, it was enough to tell us that if the spirit that brought flu can leave, cancer can leave that body. I don't know who I'm talking to. We don't need much, because the cloud in the sky was not a sign that God had moved. We had heard the voice and the sound already. The cloud in the sky was telling us, prepare to move also. And we don't need much to move, because we don't move by the signs in the sky only. There was a voice and sound that came before. So that kind of man, when you pray, even when things have not yet translated, you don't give up praying for that man. You don't give up praying for... I'm trying to talk to somebody who was about to give up. Yet you have the voice. You know the sound. You know that this is going to end for your good. I don't care how bad, I don't care whether it's stage 4 cancer. Just remember the voice that spoke to you when you were alone. I remember that time when I was about to die sick. I was about 22, I think. And I remember him coming in my room and he opened Psalms 9. He tells me, with long life, I will satisfy you. That voice brought a sound in my spirit. Yes, my body had not yet agreed, but I knew with long life, I will satisfy you means that regardless of what is set ahead of my life, I can still go back to Psalms 91, vibrate in that voice and hear a sound that will stir adrenaline in my spirit and give me faith for anything that could come ahead of me. Why? Because for me, I just need to see a hand and I stop praying and I pray for other things. When that kind of man goes through sickness, the day he can put his leg down like this and stand up, he stops praying. He knows he has defeated it. I'm talking to you who bought your first property. The fact that you paid for that property, the fact that you deposited on it, The fact that you deposited on it, you put the fact that God allowed you to put 10,000 and the landlord said, I have entered an agreement with you. I promise you, you'll finish that money. I don't care whether it's million. He took it. He took the first deposit. The God who began that good work in you shall see it to accomplishment to the day of Christ. Shake somebody and tell him, never give up. You don't need to see so much. Some of you, let me tell you, you are walking in that corridor every day. Your MD has been ignoring you. You look like a cleaner. The day he says hello, for some it was a hello, it will just go by. But there are people, the moment that MD says hello, they'll stay in his head. At breakfast, they'll be in his head. At lunch, they'll be in his head. You'll be like, I met a young man and I said hello to him, but my head can't take him out. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? They will lose sleep, appetite, peace, until they fulfill the purpose of God that he has ordained over your life through them. People like us don't need to see so much. We don't need to see so much. We just need a little cloud. And the seeing is not to convince us that we have, because we already know that we have. We had the voice and we have the sound.